I'm going to break down the Rams and the Seahawks. Current line, Seattle -4.5, a total of 47. Much like I talked about in the Ohio State-Indiana game, if this game were not being played week 1 of the season, I would not have the same opinion on this side. I like the Rams here. And many times people look and say, well, look at how Seattle is, and Seattle got better. Look at the Rams, and the Rams actually got worse with what they lost on the defensive side of the ball. But you have to remember this. McVay is a solid head coach. He was deciding whether to retire last year, talk to Stafford, decided to come back. So if he is, even in a rebuilding year, I think early in the season, this Rams team has some value. Now, you look at the superstars. You have the 3 top superstars, Stafford, Kupp, and Aaron Donald. No one on the Seahawks can match those 3 players. And then you add in Cam Akers. Remember how Cam Akers started the season? 3 carries, no yards. And then he did not play against Carolina, San Fran midseason. 5 carries for 3 yards against Tampa Bay. But how did he finish? 12 carries, 65 yards, 23 carries, 118 yards, 19 carries, 123 yards, 21 carries, 104 yards. If Cam Akers, and he's said to be completely healthy this camp, when you have a running game like that with Stafford and Kupp having time to throw, it makes all the difference in the world. Stafford had a lot of pressure last year when Akers wasn't available. It changes the offense. Now, again, Seattle did improve this year with what they picked up on free agency and in the draft. I like this team. But early in the season, the Rams, to me, are a team that I may look to fade later because they have less depth than anyone. They have a heavy contract with their stars and very little backup. But early in the season, it evens out the playing field because you don't need that depth. Now, this really is a technical game for me. I'm going to shoot out some TNA angles that I know a lot of you love from watching the Bet on a TNA segment that I do with Kelly. And let's talk week 1 teams that won fewer or 7 games last year, and the line is less than +10. So you are a single-digit dog. Those teams in the NFL have covered 63%. Week 1 division dog, simply that. If you're a week 1 division dog since 2013, you have covered 72%. Remember, you're playing these teams twice a year. You're familiar with them. The team does not want to blow out an opponent because they have to face them again. If you are a division foe in game number 1 and you lost both games last year, you have covered 67%. And if you're a non-playoff team facing a playoff team in game number 1, you've covered 59% of the spread. Folks, the NFL season was amazing last year. Number 3 in the NFL. College football, I'm taking names and writing them down and having a great season. You can get my entire NFL and college football season $200 off with code CFBGuy200. This week 1 play, I am taking the Rams. It is 4.5. It was 5 or 5.5 earlier. It's still fine. I make the line 3.5. I think there's value with the Rams early in the season. I may be fading them later on. We'll see what happens with the youth they have if they can develop quickly enough. But in this situation, color me the Rams. I appreciate you viewing. Check out all the amazing videos from Wager Talk TV with a great line of handicappers. Thanks for viewing. We'll be back next week.